Welcome to the Odds Stats channel. We're here to beat the bookmaker using odds analysis. Our approach is based on mathematics, just like the bookmakers. Our methodology has been successfully working for 4 years in various countries, helping even beginners stop losing and achieve a stable income. Our method may seem unconventional to some, but it proves its effectiveness with results. Instead of game analysis, we focus on the odds, which already contain all the necessary information for predicting outcomes. Think logically. If your previous experience hasn't brought success, why not try something new? Step beyond traditional approaches and learn how to make money on bets through odds analysis. For beginners, there is a trial period with conditions specified on the website. Now let's dive into the next informative and useful video. Today let's talk about a very important topic: financial management. Many sources also refer to it as risk management. We won't argue with that. Numerous sources provide a vast number of descriptive articles, different systems, and so on. But mathematics is rarely encountered. To get a general picture, let's define the concept of a flat bet. A flat bet is a unit of measurement for the financial aspect of betting. All financial results in betting are calculated in flat bets. We always place a flat bet. If we lose, it's a flat bet. If we win, it's the flat bet multiplied by the odds minus 1. However, the monetary value of a flat bet can vary. The first system we'll discuss is the martingale. In its classic sense, martingale involves doubling the size of the flat bet each time a bet loses. This is well known, but let's expand on this concept a bit. We'll refer to any bets that involve increasing the flat bet after a loss as martingale. This will simplify explaining the detrimental nature of such a system regardless of the degree of increase. The basis of the strategy is an attempt to achieve profit by increasing the burden on your bankroll. In other words, with a series of losses, the burden on your bankroll grows exponentially. Classic martingale can deplete your bankroll after 6 to 10 losses, regardless of the initial flat bet size. Other types of martingale may withstand a few more losses, but eventually they will also drain your bankroll. The second system is the constant flat. It's the simplest system where you don't need to recalculate the flat bet relative to your bankroll each time. You just place a constant bet. The third system is the anti-martingale. The basis of this system is to increase the size of the flat bet in money after a win and decrease it after a loss. Despite being one of the few systems that can potentially yield long-term profit, it is not particularly popular among bettors. Moreover, many bettors tend to decrease the flat bet during a winning streak. This could be due to a lack of understanding of the technical and mathematical principles, or perhaps due to the fear of losing the accumulated profit. During a winning streak, the size of the flat bet increases, and during a losing streak it decreases, ensuring that it always remains a predetermined percentage of the current bankroll. In this case, the specific percentage is not important. What is important is that it does not change from bet to bet. Let's call this the percentage relative flat. Now let's consider the math. Let's say we use a constant flat bet size of 5% of the initial bankroll. This means that if we enter a series of losing bets, our bankroll can withstand 19 consecutive losing bets. The 20th bet either depletes our bankroll or marks the point where the bankroll begins to recover. Let's use bets with odds of 2 to make the calculations simpler. Next you will see a lot of numbers and calculations, but we strongly recommend that you watch this video, because the financial system is mathematically justified. We will try to show everything clearly. Let's say we conducted a reverse analysis of our betting strategy. For example, we decided that 100 matches would be enough to understand the profitability of the strategy. We calculated that our system experiences a maximum drawdown of 3 consecutive losses. Based on this, we decided that with the Martingale system, a safe option is to increase the bet size by 20% after every 3 losses on the 4th bet. This means that the first 3 bets will be 5% of the initial bankroll. The 4th to 6th bets will be 6%. The next 3 bets will be 7 and 2%. And so on. The betting journey is long and it's impossible to predict everything. Therefore, 19 to 20 consecutive losses are a very realistic scenario. Let's assume we hit a streak of 19 losing bets.
Oh my gosh!
Now let's calculate this in flat bets, detailing it for clarity, for our Martingale system. In other words, we spent 33 flat bets on 19 bets, which at a size of 5% of the initial bankroll amounts to a 165% drawdown. With a constant flat bet, we would have preserved the initial bankroll. But here we would need at least 2 bankrolls. Now we apply the percentage relative flat system. Each time we take a flat bet of 5% of the current bankroll. After 19 losing bets, our bankroll size will be 37% of the initial bankroll. Now the situation has reversed, and after a series of losses we hit a streak of, for example, 5 wins. Let's calculate. The Martingale system has already failed. But even if we somehow manage to find a second bankroll and continue betting with the final flat, which is 298 times the initial flat bet, this value is reached after the 6th step of increasing. We would gain 14 and 9 initial flat bets over 5 bets. This means we still have a drawdown of 85% from the initial bankroll. Now let's consider this case if we bet with a constant flat. We have 1 flat bet left from the bankroll, and 5 winning bets will give us 4 flat bets in profit, or a return to 25% of the bankroll. This means we have a 75% drawdown from the initial bankroll. This is slightly better than the Martingale system. Next, let's look at the percentage relative flat system. In this case, drawdown of only 5% from the initial bankroll. In other words, using the percentage relative flat, we preserved the bankroll during losses and achieved greater growth during wins. No further comments are needed. When you use the percentage relative flat, it is practically impossible to lose your entire bankroll. You always risk only a portion of your current bankroll. We have mathematically proven that any Martingale system will inevitably lead to losing the entire bankroll. The only question is the length of the betting streak. Those so-called cappers, who teach risk management based on increasing bets after a series of losses, know nothing about risk management. On the internet, there are videos where these pseudo-cappers blatantly downplay the importance of the percentage relative flat and present their so-called super bankroll management systems, which involve increasing bets by 10%, 20%, or 30% after a certain number of losses. We have mathematically proven where you will end up with such systems. The motive of these pseudo-cappers is easy to predict, creating an image of, "I know everything and you're an idiot," and "You're lucky to be with me." After watching this video, what can such a pseudo-capper counter to dry mathematics? I think it would be something like,
"Those who bet with me will never have 20 flat losses in a row."
or
"It's obvious they have never placed bets."
or
They lost because they were betting 5%, not 1%, as I said in my video.
these manipulations, which have nothing to do with the actual topic, we will leave without comment. Engage your critical thinking and basic evaluation skills, and you'll see that those who promote Martingale in any form are frauds. They know nothing about margin trading. We will definitely discuss how to practically apply the percentage relative flat in our upcoming videos. So subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Wishing you all profitable bets, and see you next time. Bye bye.